It was a case of the blue chip blues. The world's most recognizable stock index was the problem child today. The Dow fell sharply, led lower by 3M, which saw its worst one-day rout going all the way back to Black Monday of 1987. 3M's weak quarterly report dragged other industrial stocks lower as well. And by the close, the industrial average was down 134 points, down to 26,462. But the NASDAQ was higher, up 16, and the S&P lost just 1 point. And here's a closer look at 3M. Investors punished that stock after the company lowered its profit outlook and said that revenue fell in most of its divisions. Bob Pisani has more now on today's mixed market and the signals the earnings season is sending.
We're about a quarter of the way through earnings season, and so far an earnings recession is looking less and less likely. That's good news. 3M and UPS may have missed the mark, but strong earnings beats from Facebook and Microsoft and CNBC parent company Comcast gave a significant boost to S&P 500 earnings growth estimates, which have ticked up from down 2.5% 2 weeks ago to flat today. And that's good news, but we're not out of the woods yet. The stock market has been rallying on the belief that the economies in China, and to a lesser extent Europe, have been bottoming, but comments in the last 24 hours are reminding investors that this debate has not been settled. First, South Korea's surprise announcement that it suffered its slowest growth since 2008, dropping 0.3%. That was a real warning sign. The weaker growth read in that region was driven by weak semiconductor sales, largely to China. We also heard from 3M, which gets 20% of its revenues in Asia, pointing to slower growth in key markets, including China. Remember, the chip makers are particularly reliant on China for growth. Texas Instruments, another chip maker, said Tuesday weakness in chip sales may continue into this quarter and the next quarter. And Lam Research, which is one of the largest semiconductor manufacturing equipment companies, said last night that this spending correction in the memory chips will extend through the calendar year. That's still a warning sign. For Nightly Business Report, I'm Bob Pisani at the New York Stock Exchange.